Кусечки мои хорошие, сегодня мы с вами из холодной заснеженной России переместимся в уютный шахтерский городок где-то в Америке, потому что сегодня у нас на обзоре игра Twin Mirror, демо-версия, квест, погнали! С первых кадров игра чем-то напоминает мне «Ведьму из Блэр». Такой же значочек непонятный на этапе сохранения. И видео, которое начинается с поездки. Звук в игре очень приятный.
Time to kill before the funeral. Might as well spend it here.
Вообще озвучка приятная, голоса приятные.
This place was always one for decisions. Somewhere for things to fall apart.
Так, ну что?
Welcome back to Basswood, Sam.
Мы приехали в городок Basswood. Приехали, видимо, из-за смерти нашего друга, но почему-то не хотим идти на похороны. Интересно, почему? Посмотрите, какая красота. Еще бы четкость была побольше, но это типа дым или облачность, в общем, дымка какая-то. Посмотрим поближе. Здесь не очень удобная система управления, то есть для того, чтобы, например, про что-то узнать, нужно сначала навестись мышкой, нажать правую кнопку мышки, левую кнопку мышки, и потом только нажать кнопочку V или S.
My hometown. It felt more imposing in my nightmares. Strange to think of Basswood without its mine. I'm not sure Nick would even want me at his funeral, given how I left things.
Что ж там такого произошло, что человек не хотел бы видеть тебя на похоронах? Что ж ты такого натворил?
You'd think the massive cliff face would be a giveaway.
Так как это квест, мне кажется, что лучше все потыкать. Мало ли, вдруг это
I get the
когда-нибудь
feeling I'd still
пригодится.
see some use, given how bad the coverage is up here. These trails were great to walk if you wanted to feel truly alone.
Очень здорово, тени проработаны.
Hunting is another tradition I could never get behind. Just don't see the appeal.
Довольно реалистично.
Some of these species are endangered. She wrote an article about it.
Так, окей. Тут ничего интересного. Да что ж такое? Так.
A lot of people were upset when it closed, but not upset enough to fix it. I left a sandwich in it for a whole week once. Dad never let me forget it.
Кто не знает, в Америке да, много где распространены вот такие вот ящики для еды. В них рекомендуется оставить еду, если вы идете погулять, чтобы не приманить диких животных. Вы знаете, если от вас колбаской будет пахнуть, Мишка
I used to
может
love
подумать,
looking at
что вы
basswood
есть
from up
колбаска.
here. Helped give me perspective. Until that day.
Так, предлагают нам посмотреть в бинокль. В чем особенность данной игры? Это то, что у этого чувака как будто бы раздвоение личности. То есть он постоянно советуется с самим собой
Why can't the real world be as clear and
и
peaceful as
постоянно
my own
проваливается,
mind?
как будто бы уходит в себя, и его внутренний мир, он выглядит как вот что-то такое хрустальное, зеркальное, стеклянное. Ну, в общем, вот это вот, что его сейчас окружает. В этом внутреннем мире он что-то обдумывает, что-то
Even if it does mean
вспоминает,
nothing stays hidden in here.
принимает решения,
me.
анализирует информацию. Но вот в данный момент это его воспоминания, которые должны нас погрузить в сюжет.
I've been meaning to ask you something. Don't freak out. Would you be my little girl's godfather? I wouldn't trust anyone else with this.
Так, это
And yet I
его
stopped
друг
taking
Ник.
his calls. He even called once the day before he died.
Он
I'll never know
попросил
what he
его
wanted to
быть
talk to me
крестным его дочери. Но что-то у них произошло, почему-то они перестали общаться и даже по телефону не созванивались. Не отвечала на звонки его. Так, ну-ка.
This is Anna. She works freelance. Does a lot of the human interest pieces.
What can I say? I'm interested in humans and their pieces. What do you like to write?
I gotta run to a review with Walt. You two feel free to chit-chat. And Sam, be nice.
I had never met someone so interested in others, even in me.
Нашего героя зовут Сэм, а Ник, Сэм и Анна, с которой он только что познакомил Сэма, они работали в газете журналистами. Из видеозаставки в начале мы узнали, что Ник был как раз журналистом, типа самый известный журналист данной газеты, погиб в автокатастрофе.
The story is important. You know I think that. It's just... People around here have short tempers and long memories. Be careful. Sam, are you even listening to me?
I heard you, Anna. But no,
Так,
I wasn't listening.
А вот смотрите, мы еще узнаем, что была какая-то авария. Из-за поврежденных рельсов произошла железнодорожная авария в Басводе. Мгм. Так, чего я тут не пропустила? Ну, вроде бы нет.
Come on, Anna, look at this.
What is it? Someone skinny dipping?
Anna, you really need to see this.
I can't even see. Something's blocking it. Sam, what are you doing?
I'm trying to be romantic.
What? Wait. Please don't tell me you're proposing.
I'm down on one knee, a ring. What else would I be doing? You look like I just ran over your grandma. Okay, the silence is really starting to scare me now. Anna, please say something.
Sam, put that away. Come on. I don't want a ring. I don't need a ring. You should know that. We've discussed it before.
Видимо, из-за этого Сэм и
We weren't
уехал,
happy. She was the one brave enough to face that.
не смог перенести отказ.
Lost in my head again. How much time did I miss?
Так. Мгм. Вот так у нас выглядит дневник. Очень, кстати, любопытненько. Здесь у нас что-то типа квестов. Ну, то есть, что надо сделать. А вот здесь информация о людях. И, кстати, обратите внимание, есть еще вот такая штука, которая называется памятная вещь. Я не знаю, это предметы, которые для чего-то будут нужны, или просто какие-то предметы, которые связаны с данным человеком, что-то типа коллекции. Так, нас просят вернуться к машине и ехать в город. Я, кстати, не
I
помню,
missed the
здесь
funeral. Maybe it's for the best. On the
бегать
bright side,
можно?
Nick's not
Нет,
alive for
бегать
me to let
нельзя.
him down again. Sorry, Walter, but I don't think I'll stick around. Given up already? Just a quick, depressing jaunt down memory lane and then you're gone? I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. Lots of hurt. And you might be right. But it's been 2 years. It's time to face the world. Time to adult. The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone.
Так, мы можем делать выбор.
Lost the signal. Some things never change.
Это та самая девочка, крестным отцом которой мы являемся.
Muley, you actually came.
It's been a while. You've gotten taller.
Can we talk?
We're talking right now.
It's cold.
So,
You left.
Joan, that's not fair.
You left.
Так. Ну, попробуем извиниться, наверное.
Look, Joan, I messed up.
You said you wouldn't leave. You said... I don't remember exactly, but you pinky swore.
I didn't mean to lie. I just screwed up. After Anna broke up with me, I'm sorry. I wish words meant anything. I wish this didn't make it harder for you to trust me now.
You could have at least called something, especially after... You know, after my dad.
I don't know what to say to that. You're right. I wasn't in a state where I could reach out to anyone. I'm still not. If Nick hadn't died, I never would have come back.
Thanks for being honest. You're always at least honest. Listen, I wanted to talk to you about what happened to Dad. It doesn't make sense. He wouldn't have just crashed. He drove like a grandma, you know that. It's wrong. I don't buy it.
I'm just in town for the funeral, Joan. I'm not a PI or a cop.
You're the closest thing I can talk to. Will you just look into it, Muley? Please?
She wants her father's death to mean something. But where does that lead? What if it leads to the truth? That could change everything. An hour ago, you wanted to run away. Now you want to start another investigation? A few questions won't hurt anyone. Just tonight. To reassure her. And myself. This is a wake. If you poke around, people may end up poking back. Okay, whatever you do, at least leave the kid out of it. It would be cruel to lead her on. Friends don't lie to each other, even if it means disappointing her again. It's your call.
Так, ну, попробуем помочь.
Okay, I'll see what I can see and all that. Gumshoe it up.
You will?
You make some good points. It doesn't fit. I hate when things don't fit.
Yeah, me too. I might just be, I don't know, crazy or something, but
You want to know for sure. I get it.
thanks, Muley. I should go in before my mom misses me. You better get in there too. Can't hide in your car all night.
Who says I'm hiding out here?
I do. See you inside.
Не очень мне нравится, как прорисовали девочку. Какая-то она немножко топорно сделанная, но ее характер мне приятен. Очень приятная девочка. Умненькая такая. Легкая девочка в общении. Все-таки какие же обалденные звуки. Вы слышите, там на заднем фоне мимо машины проезжают. Их слышно. Звук выключения двигателя. Звук шагов. Посмотрите, какой классный свет в лужах на асфальте. Да, я не могу сказать, что графика какая-то супер-пупер офигенная. Это вам не GTA. Но очень-очень здорово.
Seems Kathy's been keeping this running 100,000 miles past its prime. I hope she's not running short on money.
Так, я думаю, надо осмотреть машины на стоянке. Вдруг что-нибудь полезное. О, вы слышите, я по луже иду. Потрясающе. Так, сюда можно зайти?
The old bar sign. Reminds me of when Nick and I were still kids. Ethan keeps a spare key around, but I should use the front. Some of the police force stopped by, which means most of the police force stopped by.
Что это такое? А, это типа фонари.
Might as well talk to Walter. I'll have to sooner or later.
Так, Уолтер.
Whoever said you can judge someone by their car never met Tara.
Ну, пойдем пообщаемся с Уолтером.
Yes, the cat food is under the sink. Yes, yes it is, Mother. Trust me. Oh, Samuel is here. I'll call you back. Samuel Higgs, as I live and breathe. Has it really been over 2 years? Regardless, I'm so glad you finally made it. It's good to see you. What kept you?
A trip down memory lane. I missed the funeral, but I made it to Nick's wake.
You have to bring it in for a hug. It's a Basswood back in town requirement. So good to see you.
Ну, окей,
Even if I wish the
обнимемся.
circumstances were different. In times like these, we need the comforting touch of others. At least I do. Also, have you spoken to Anna lately?
No, why?
No reason. If you get the chance, we should catch up. We should really catch up. I'll see you inside.
Посмотрим дневник. Так, что мы тут нового узнали? Мгм. Уолтер — это старый начальник. Видимо, главный редактор газеты. Мгм. Нашли мы памятную вещь. Что еще? Наверное, не нажать надо. Вот. Хм. Мгм. Рассказ о том, как они с Ником познакомились. Так, ну что тут еще можно осмотреть? Велик.
That smile she had when I gave it to her. She could barely get on it back then.
Реклама.
One of Nick's favorite matchups. Might be the first game he'll miss.
Газета.
I haven't read an issue of this paper since I left. I wonder how they've been doing without me.
Ну, в принципе, ничего нового мы не узнали.
Must have been a hard issue to write.
Мгм. Ну, пошли в бар. Так. Наводимся. Да что ж такое, ненавижу это управление. Очень неудобно.
I'm not ready for this. Here we go.
Mr. Samuel Higgs, big shot investigative reporter.
Didn't think you'd ever be back in here.
I'd gladly slash your tires, but that mean you couldn't leave town. And you are leaving town.
Just really embracing those hick stereotypes, huh, Joel?
Gentlemen. We'll get you good old boys another round.
Mighty kind of you, Declan.
You're not worth it, Higgs. Making
Так,
friends
с
already, I see.
шахтерами у него явно
Declan, been a
не
while.
задалось.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight. And you always seem to angry up everyone's blood.
I'm only here to pay my respects to Nick. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. Shame that. You watch yourself.
I think it's time I go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right?
Ну, поплыли. С кем тут можно пообщаться? Так,
Declan
Деклан.
lacks subtlety, but he loves this town like no one else.
You always did know how to start a ruckus. Can't say I missed that.
Интересно, по морде не получу, если еще раз с ними пообщаюсь?
Old-timers in general already don't like me. And the
Ага,
article
он
just made
написал
it worse.
какую-то статью.
Hey, Sam, why don't you drink the Nick on the other side of the bar?
Нет, по морде не получу, это радует.
That's where Nick and I sat every time he dragged me out for drinks after work.
Sammy! Oh, it's been ages.
Tara?
Oh, me? I've had this stomach thing lately, always churning. And this thing with Nick, his car went up like a Sunday ham. He burned alive, you know. Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
No.
The infamous Sam. I've read that article you wrote on the mine. You must have put in a lot of legwork on that.
Так, ну я думаю, не будем говорить про статью.
It took reading thousands of public records, but a pattern emerged of willful negligence.
You are a bulldog. A dangerous man to anyone using power to exploit others.
That's nice of you to say.
Now, don't hesitate to drop by the pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you...
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Oh, right. Don't be a stranger, Sam.
Так, что мы там узнали? Тара, секретарь в редакции. Любопытная дамочка. Так, это у нас полицейский. Это шахтер. И Хью, владелец аптеки. Так, я думаю, пока не будем подходить.
No more than 3,000 milligrams.
Bess always had a soft spot for
I
Nick.
thought it was 4,000.
I think she liked his work ethic.
That's what crooked pharmacists want to do.
Так, шериф, женщина, как интересно.
Pretty courageous of him to try his luck in Basswood, given the state of things. Can't believe this whole thing's still working.
Так, ничего больше нет. Только этот автомат.
Daddy, 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 open your eyes and wake up. The kids and I've been busy, and we got a little something for you that's gonna make you smile all day. Daddy, 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 daddy. But when the lights are out, it's time for me to show you my love. And I got a feeling you've been pleased. So, daddy, sit yourself down. Now you should know how.
Nick and I spent so much money on this machine.
Так, что тут еще интересно? Барабанная установка.
It's the guy who got
Never
the
known
wine
Tara to not
closed.
take over a conversation.
Can't believe you showed up after what happened.
So tragic, what happened to Nick. The details are horrible. They think he didn't die on impact. Instead, he roasted to death. Not enough to damage the bones, but, you know, not a pretty sight. Unless you're into that kind of thing, of course. I didn't mean to be rude, Sam.
It's all right, Tara. I don't like the sight of dead, burned people.
Oh, thank God. I wouldn't want to be rude on a day like this. Poor Sam. Now that Nick is gone, everyone in town hates you. I mean, I don't. Why would I? It's not my job you destroyed. You're not the cause of all my problems. I mean, that's what you did for pretty much all of Basswood, but not to me. So, I don't hate you.
Thanks for the confidence booster, Tara. I'll see you around.
Болтун, находка для шпиона. Поговорить бы с
I
ней.
didn't know you read Dickens, Ethan.
Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means well.
Not really. You just quoted him a couple of times, and I thought it sounded good.
So I had to throw them all out on their ear, and only then did I realize.
Ah, Samuel, my favorite ex-muckracker. Join us. Join us.
How was the funeral?
Wasn't there. Setting up for this.
Everyone came, most of the town, it felt like. A sea of sad, wet eyes. I gave the eulogy. Felt hollow. So hollow. He worked for me for years. For years. My best reporter. What do you even say about it?
Remember that article? Something about stoplights? No one cared, but he did. Months of effort.
Yield signs. He approached each story with his pen like a knight wielding a sword.
It's the small things. Like he always kept his window down. Said cars made him claustrophobic. That's how he stays with us. The little details.
I remember the bar bets about that safe spot in Pac-Man. He got me one night.
Yeah, got me once too. Can't believe it's real.
Enough about Nicholas, enough. Tell me, how have you been, Sam? How have you really been?
Так, ну, наверное, вот так.
Got a new start and new perspectives. I'm helping my mother with her garden. I've been volunteering.
Terrific to hear, my boy. Terrific to hear.
Well, I think I've taken enough of your gents' time.
Go, mingle, circulate, but you must join us for an actual round later. You must.
Oh, Walter, can I ask you something?
Questions are the fountainhead of knowledge.
Nick's crash. Was there anything suspicious about it?
I asked myself the same thing. The very same thing. It did seem odd. Young Nicholas, a careful man in all things, including driving. I looked into it myself, you know what I found?
What?
The tragic accident with nothing amiss. I am both relieved and saddened to say.
Ah.
Life is rarely like a crime thriller, and while I don't mind you asking, some might find it a distasteful conversation at a man's memorial. Especially from you.
I'll keep that in mind.
See that you do, my boy. See that you do.
Окей, нам дали понять, что
He's owned this bar for almost a
лишний
decade and
раз
still can't
лучше
afford
про
another
это никого
employee.
не спрашивать. Так, коллекция бутылок. Деклан.
Declan lacks subtlety, but he loves this town like no one else.
So, Sam, how's life been treating you?
Как у всех.
Same way it treats everyone. Some days are better than others.
That's pretty optimistic, coming from you.
I try.
You staying in town long?
Not really. Why? You think I'm gonna disturb the peace or something?
Wouldn't be your first time. Have a nice evening, Sam.
Не нравится мне этот коп. Не знаю почему. Что-то в нем такое неприятное есть. Так, тут со мной никто не хочет поговорить. Ну, Дартс, я же видела, что ты нажимался. Так. Ага.
Some people can play this game drunk. Anna was best at 3 beers.
Мгм. Так, что тут у нас? Статья Уолтера. Так, статья о том, как Итан купил бар у предыдущего владельца. Ничего не интересно. Так, а вот статья Ника. Наверное, это скандальная статья, про которую все говорят. Нет, это тоже про бар. Ладно. Так, что ж, надо, наверное, еще разок с девочкой пообщаться.
You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more.
Everyone here seemed to really like my dad.
Of course they did, Bug.
Everyone's nice in that creepy way. It's weird. Even Anna's weird.
People don't really know what to say, but they genuinely liked your dad. So even if they're weird and clumsy, it comes from a good place.
Now you sound all weird and clumsy.
Don't I always?
Do you ever just watch people?
It's pretty much all I do.
Me too. But I don't always like what I see.
Нет, все-таки что-то в этой девочке, что-то не так. Какой-то недоработанный персонаж. Все более-менее естественные, а вот девочка совсем не выглядит естественной. Так, ну что, нам надо поговорить с женой Ника.
There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce.
Оказывается,
But
бывшей
anyone can
женой.
see she's taking his death hard.
Честно говоря, думала, что она
Kathy,
симпатичнее.
Sam, you actually came.
Yeah, well, here I am. I'm just as surprised as you. How have you been?
Life in Basswood has been hard these last years. You'd know if you'd stayed. Joan was really hurt when you left town. Nick and I were never close after the breakup, and Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe don't break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
Hard to make promises. I don't do well with those in Joan.
I've noticed.
But I'll try.
Sam,
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Видите, чем-то похоже на Мэрил Стрип. Что-то такое есть.
You're a lot like Pac-Man, Sam.
I consume everything in my path.
You find every last bite. The mine closing wasn't your fault. Your investigation just hurried things up. You probably saved some lives, you know.
Hi, Dad. I'm Yuli.
Language.
Is that a wedding ring?
I didn't know you were thinking about marriage.
Oh, it's just... it feels like the right thing to do.
Dad, what's the point of getting married?
Well, it's just one of those things people do, Bug. Here, you can play.
Someone has to show you grown-ups. Video games are the realm of the young.
Have you talked to Anna about this?
That's kind of the point. I'll talk to her about it when I show her the ring.
If you say so. Hey, just remember I'm here, right? If you need anything. Anything but my arcade secrets. Those I'll take to the grave.
Sorry we lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy.
Так, ну посмотрим,
This photo always looked weird.
что
Nick
у нас
could
тут
never
за
keep a straight
фоточки.
face.
Так,
He was more her best friend than a dad. Look at us. I wonder who took that picture.
да что ж такое-то?
Those two were a great team. Bug was so small back then. Happier times. We drove straight to the sea after work on a Friday. Hell of a weekend.
Ничего интересного. Так, здесь тоже ничего интересного.
Samuel, guess I lost the bet.
Bet?
Yeah, that bet you'd never come back to Basswood. Not after you went careening out of town like a bat out of hell the instant that article broke bad.
Так, с кем спорил?
Okay, I'll bite. Tell me, Dennis, who did you have a standing bet with?
Myself. So I guess I also won.
Оригинально.
What are you even doing here, Dennis? You and Nick become friends or something?
Nope. He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
This coming from the IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can. But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way. Relax. I'm just playing. At least tell me how you been.
Соврем.
Really good. I'm thinking of going back to school. Go for another master's.
So you don't have a clue what to do with yourself. Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
Весьма, кстати,
as time
неожиданно,
draws near.
что
My
любовь всей жизни главного
dearest
героя
dear, when
темнокожая американка.
you and I must part.
Весьма нестандартный подход.
How you know of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. 'Tis but I suffer for your sake. Believe me, dear, that's true. I wish that you were staying here.
Ну что ж, придется пообщаться. Хоть и не особо хочется. Так, на всякий случай прощелкала все, вдруг какая-нибудь информация полезная будет.
Has it really been 2 years since I saw her? She hasn't changed a bit. Anna?
Sam! I've missed you. Why did it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
I won't lie, it really hurt coming back. I stopped by Lookout Point on the way here.
Sam, why'd you do that to yourself?
A desire to open old wounds. The old timers gave me hell when I came in, too.
People around here have short tempers,
And long memories.
but most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or 2, 5, if the Lord has a sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
I wish everyone else understood that.
People are scared. Mad. You were easy to blame. When my father lost his legs, nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions. Whenever people talk about you, he always says, you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your dad's Joe.
Вот
He's an
значит,
oak,
что за статья была.
unmoving and annoyingly supportive.
О нарушениях на шахте, в
wasn't just
результате
him.
которой
Nick thought your piece was great.
шахту закрыли.
He was actually
Поэтому
jealous.
шахтеры
He always
остались
wanted
без
to write something
работы
that shook the pillars
и
of
не
heaven,
особо рады этому.
as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together. It started to get serious. But I think it's only now I realize how much I cared for him.
Wait, you and Nick started going out? When did this happen?
A few months ago, he never told you? He asked me to let him be the one to say something. You two had been so close.
He probably tried. I hadn't been answering his calls.
Ah. That's the worst part, right? Anything broken just stays broken now. But this was all nice. The funeral, the wake. Walter did a good job. But it all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been laid on top of me and I'm still carrying him.
Так, я думаю, не будем спрашивать.
It's hard for me to really just wrap my head around it. Nick being gone. Smart. Don't rock the boat when the person in the boat just lost a loved one.
It's big. I can't get my head around it either. His stuff is all over my house, but he's just missing. Things without an owner. Most of it I'll probably give to Joan and Kathy, throw away. I don't even know. Sam, I'm tired, and if I'm gonna drink and cry, I wanna do it alone. I played that stupid song like I told myself I would. He said, or he used to say, it made him ache. I did it, and I'm going home. We need to catch up, though. Let's meet for coffee tomorrow and talk. Really talk. 9:30?
Yeah, maybe.
I'll be at the cafe across from the paper. Christina's. It was honestly nice seeing you.
Samuel, come. Have a round with me.
I need a drink or two. Or 3. And then I'll go.
Ну, пойдем напьемся. Так, а с Деннисом еще есть о чем
Dennis,
поговорить?
bitter and jaded. He's even worse than the last time we spoke.
People leave you or they die. That's the only way anything ends.
Позитивненько. Так, все, ничего нового нет. Ну, пошли пить. Джон, мы поговорили. Пивасик.
Does look tempting.
So, Nick wasn't drunk, and me? I was drunk as a skunk.
Ah, Samuel. Join us. We were just sharing stories about dear Nicholas. And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit?
Oh, spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer.
Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To dear Nicholas.
Yeah, he'd been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there, with a bad dad joke or two.
With friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
Well, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
You two were close, though, right? Tell me about the man outside the bar.
He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords. Kept his notes squirreled around him like a hoard.
Ну что ж.
I don't know. I hadn't spoken to him in almost 2 years. I cut this whole town out of my life, and now it's like I'm a stranger.
This place is in your blood. It's like an old glove. You have to give it time. The friend of man, the friend of truth. The friend of age and guide of youth. Few hearts like his with virtue warmed. Few hearts with knowledge so informed. If there's another world, he lives in bliss. If there is none, he made the best of this.
Burns. That from your eulogy?
You know Robert Burns? And no, just something I keep on hand for toasts.
Oh, it's a good choice. And sorry about that, Sam. I wasn't trying to bring you down.
I'm the one dwelling on these things.
Wakes get sad. Very sad. Death and drinking is a heady brew.
Still, I'm showing jealousy for a dead man. Not the best look.
Some would say being honest with yourself is the only way to honor friends. How's the family taking it?
Joan and Kathy seem shaken. Kathy has a lot to deal with, now more than ever. And who can prepare for losing a parent? Not a soul. Not a single soul.
Будем пить.
Put that down! Kathy, what's your underage child doing drinking? You have no control over her? Ethan could lose his
I
license.
wasn't doing anything! Don't touch me!
Joan!
Leave me alone. Ugh, you guys are all so stupid!
You do not talk to people that way. I'm sorry, everyone. She's just so...
That was quite heavy-handed. I hope the little one doesn't take it to heart.
Declan sure came at her with both barrels. Joan's tough, though. She'll be okay.
Сколько ж он там выпил?
What a night! I'd say that went well. Ish. You got to chat with everyone you've been avoiding. Even if the years didn't smooth their animosity as much as I hoped. Just shut up. Coming back to Basswood was your idea. You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back. It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh? Hey, I didn't ask for you to be here. To come back. I couldn't let you miss this. You just showed up. You can't see it now, but the guilt would have eaten you alive. You're back out in the world. Feeling emotions, fitting in, that's progress. Fuck the world. Pointless talking and more talking, and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable. Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid. No promises.
Утро.
Hello? Checkout was at 9. Sir, we need the room.
Кто я? Где я?
No, stay out.
You have 10 minutes before we charge you for another day.
Okay. What kind of monsters have a checkout at 9? What happened last night? Oh, my head. Pills plus drinking. That was not my best idea. Did I black out or what? I can't think straight. Need some water on my face. Clear it up.
Так, что у нас тут интересное?
Didn't even get under the covers. Glad I even made it to the bed. Late for checkout. They can wait a bit more.
Меня хватило даже сил будильник поставить. Так, вид на Basswood. Здесь.
Oh, my head. How many of these did I take? God, what a headache. I feel like a small jackhammer in my left temple.
Так, здесь ничего интересного. Куртка.
Just tossed on the floor. My mother would be proud.
Холодильник.
Please let there be water.
Пиво.
No, no more beer. I need water.
Так. Снеки.
No, no food. I'll just throw it all
Чё,
up.
воды нету? Ну, короче, как всегда.
Is that? No, that's not water. That is vodka, the opposite of water. No water.
Ну, не повезло
of
тебе,
course.
чувак.
At least it won't take me long to get my things.
Так, тут у нас что интересного? Ну, ничего такой, кстати, этот
I was at least
номер.
hoping I'd look better than I feel.
Моемся.
I already feel more human. Now, where did I put my shirt?
Так, рубашка. Опа.
That's not good. That's... Where did I get this? What did I do?
Что мне не понравилось в этой игре, это вот эти вот такие типа мини-игры, что ли. В демо-версии их будет 2. И непонятно, сразу непонятно, что от тебя хотят, что надо делать. И они повторяются. То есть тебе постоянно нужно заново это все перепроходить, если ты что-то не так сделаешь. Так, что, опять бежим? Ох. Не хочу я... Ай.
Sam, be more careful. Breathe.
Дыши, соберись. Думаете, легко? И, кстати, управление отвратительное. То есть очень сильно заторможено управление. Не можешь достаточно быстро среагировать на поворотах. Господи, да когда это закончится уже? Ой-ой-ой. Ай-яй-яй. Да чтоб вас всех.
find the way to calm down.
Ай-яй-яй. Ну вот про что я как раз говорила, то что
You have to find the right door. You need to steady yourself.
циклично. И ты никак это обойти не можешь. Это надолго. Кстати, во время первого прохождения я как-то умудрилась это по-другому пройти. Я не добегала до этих
Sam,
надписей.
focus. You have to find the right door. You need to steady yourself.
Левее, левее. Правее. Правее. Вот, ура.
You're doing good. Really good. You're almost there.
Так, и какой у нас тут выбор? Зеркало.
Focus. Choose. Act. Deliberately.
И что здесь? Слушать.
Hide. It's never happened. Going on.
Так, спрятаться вариант.
Get far away.
Уехать.
Don't think. Just go. Or as fast as I can. If I run,
Или узнать ответы.
face what happened.
Ну, конечно, интересно узнать ответы.
Yes, answers. Good or bad, I need answers. I know what you're thinking. Stop thinking that. Pills and alcohol? You're lucky enough you didn't wake up dead. I need to know what happened last night. The last place I remember is the bar, so I'll start there. The squeaky nail gets hammered down. Maybe don't play lone wolf detective.
Так, я буду осторожна.
I'm gonna take it slow and be cautious, don't worry. Yeah, telling people not to worry always works. I can't just run from whatever this is. So either help me or get out of my head. It's your life, Sam. I just live here.
Надо отдать должное демо-версии, она достаточно большая, позволяет увидеть игру со всех сторон. Из предыдущего варианта у нас это была такая болтология.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Do you really think breaking and entering is a good idea? Used Ethan's hidden spare key, no breaking involved. I don't know if he'll see it that way. I could wait for the bar to open, or I could look for answers. I picked the latter.
Так, ну поищем что-нибудь интересное.
I doubt Ethan's account somehow led to the blood on my shirt.
Коньячная бутылка.
I remember seeing this before. A long time ago.
Так, здесь ничего интересного. Здесь тоже ничего интересного. Ну, пошли.
Whoa. What happened here last night? First, look around, figure
Теперь
out what
начинается
happened.
самое интересное. Это значок расследования. То есть мы должны собирать улики.
I ended up drinking alone. So who brought that second glass?
Чей второй стакан? Бейсбольная бита. Касса. Так, здесь ничего интересного больше нет. Швабра. Так, липкий пол. Перевернутая мебель.
These were sent scattering. Someone thrown into them?
Угу. Поцарапанный диван.
Did this happen yesterday or was it always like that?
Так, ничего интересного. Разбитая бутылка.
It might have fallen off the table. Seems some people got rowdy last night.
Что еще интересного? Здесь ничего. Так, часы.
What knocked this clock off the pillar?
Музыкальный автомат. Игровой автомат. Алтарь.
Ugh. Did I do this? Sorry, Nick. It seems there was a fight. That could explain the blood on my shirt. Does it mean that I was involved? I won't be able to find out without more evidence.
Так, здесь что? Пиво.
Definitely not the wake Nick would have wished for.
Пустые
What a
бутылки.
mess. Hope this wasn't me.
Что-то еще есть? Так. Угу.
Hugh's business
Визитка
card.
аптекаря.
Wonder why it's here.
Что еще интересного? Кепка.
Joel's hat.
Это
Maybe we ended up having it out after all.
этот, как его? Шахтер. Браслет, ваза, цветы.
Flowers are ruined. Looks like they were knocked over, then stepped on. Could be the same blood that was on my shirt. The pot was
Ваза.
completely shattered. Looked like it might have been kicked.
Так, что-то еще? Все. Браслет.
DG. Dennis's initials.
Деннис.
Was
Деннис
he
это
involved in
айтишник,
whatever
по-моему.
happened? Wouldn't surprise me.
Все, видите, изменился значок.
I think I've seen enough to put together the pieces of what happened last night.
Он стал из желтенького
Just
в
gotta think it
синеньким.
through.
И вот теперь мы входим как раз-таки в чертоги разума, чтобы составить общее представление о том, что мы узнали.
At least I can always count on this place to make sense. Now to work out what happened while I was blacked out last night. I just need to think it through logically, throw out impossibilities. Until only the truth is left. I know I got into a fight, but it could have played out in many different ways. I have to think it through, find out what really happened.
Так, ну попробуем. Где все началось?
My memory ends here, but there's two glasses.
Кто был
Who was here
рядом?
with me?
Драка началась здесь.
I was drinking on my own when someone approached me. I can't remember who it was, but I know we got into a fight. Obviously. If I figure out how the fight went, I should figure out who my assailant was.
Так, куда мы переместились дальше? Ну, видимо, сюда.
Broken glass, damaged seat. It's possible the fight made its way over here.
Нет? Я не выбрала, что ли? Вроде выбрала. Ко входу. Где все закончилось? А вот это что такое подсвечивается, где визитку я находила? Тут ничего не подсвечивается, мне показалось. Ладно. Так, где все закончилось? У автомата или у бара? Я думаю, автомат.
The jukebox is not in the same place. Maybe it was involved in the fight somehow. That could be it, but I still have to figure out who was sitting next to me.
Нет, кровь была на сцене, поэтому мне
Looks
кажется, что
like
все-таки
not even the memorial board was spared by the brawl.
здесь. А здесь я нашла браслет Денниса.
That's Dennis's. I definitely wanted to shut him up last night.
Ну, давайте попробуем. А вот интересно, если
Can't be right. It doesn't match the damage done to the room.
картина повреждений совсем другая. Ага. Кто участвовал в драке? Джоэл?
Joel's cap. Maybe he provoked me again after I'd had a few. Something hit the pillar with enough force to make the clock fall. The person thrown into the pillar would do it. That's Dennis's. I definitely wanted to shut him up last night.
Что, опять не то? Колония. Где все закончилось? На сцене. Может, сцену надо было потрогать еще? Нет? Не надо? Так, хорошо. Пускай
Broken
будет ко
glass, damaged
входу.
seat. It's possible the fight made its way over here.
Куда мы переместились дальше? К колонии.
Something hit the pillar with enough force to make the clock fall. The person thrown into the pillar would do it.
Попробуем так.
I have the complete picture now.
Вот.
You know, the man who talks to himself has an idiot for an audience.
Fuck off, Dennis.
I see why you have so many friends left in town.
Yeah, you would know about that.
At least my best friend never slept with my ex. Hey, who do you blame more, huh? The backstabbing asshole or the bitch who...
Don't talk about Anna or Nick that way.
You think you know who Nick was? Mr. Perfect? Give me a break. You have no idea. No one in this town does.
What are you talking about?
I'll show you. But not here.
Sam.
Meet me later at
Sam.
Ethan is coming back in through the front. At least I think it's him. You think it's him? I can't actually tell if you can't tell. What I know for sure is, if it's Ethan, he may not be happy to find you here. So I strongly suggest you leave.
Так, я думаю,
And if you
надо
don't,
валить.
I don't have time to lose explaining myself to Ethan.
Кстати, в 9:30 я же договаривалась встретиться с Анной в кафе.
I come back on the town's
Но я
Miners' Day
сомневаюсь, что
celebration.
сейчас 9:30.
Well, you always did have great timing. No time to dwell on that. Focus. You tried Dennis's cell phone. No answer. So what now? There's that coffee date with Anna. Anna might have to wait. I want to see if anyone has seen Dennis first. I don't know, I'll play it by ear. Just remember she's expecting you. She's extending the olive branch. Don't drop it. I still have time before
Ну,
meeting
погнали.
Anna. Might as well ask if anyone saw Dennis.
У меня, говорит, еще есть время. Чувак, ты встал в 9:15. Шароёбился по кафе. Ты серьезно думаешь, что сейчас 9:30? И у тебя есть время? Ну ладно. Допустим. Так, что тут у нас интересного? Тут у нас сидит
Now doesn't seem
Джоан.
like the best time to bother her.
Я хочу ее лишний раз подергать. Вдруг она видела этого
bud.
Денниса.
What are you doing out here?
Hey, Muley. Waiting for my mom to get off her shift at the pharmacy. Drawing. I got a new journal after I left the old one somewhere. See?
Неплохо.
Did you get home okay last night?
Yeah. I bike everywhere. It's not like anything scary bad happens in Basswood. At least not normally. Any word on my dad? Did you really look into it?
Пока
I haven't found
ничего.
anything yet. I don't think.
Let me know if you find anything. Please. I feel like I need something. It's just this town, you know? This place. It feels like I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. I can't think. I can't stand my mom. I don't like school. Well, except for science. And just...
Have you seen Dennis today?
What? No, I haven't. Were you even listening to me?
Ой,
I shouldn't be surprised. No one listens to me.
обидел
I was
ребенка.
listening. I just need to find Dennis.
If you hear anything about what happened to my dad, let me know. Otherwise, just leave me alone.
Понятно, это, короче, как с поминками. Лучше лишний раз никого не
Joan had
трогать.
no clue
Потом
about
можно
Dennis's
огрести.
whereabouts.
Будем искать
Not that I thought she
самостоятельно. Окей. Так. Памятник. Здесь что-то есть? О, табличка какая-то. Список шахтеров. Как тебя посмотреть, список шахтеров? Вот.
Drowned 6 men. Basswood's mining started with an accident. Fitting.
Да, недолго эти шахты существовали, кроме последней. Так, здесь что?
Hey, can I ask you something?
Hello, young man. Of course you can ask. No promise answer.
Why do you bother cleaning the memorial?
Well, everything has to look its best for today, especially the miner. I really didn't think it was going to happen this year. Good thing Mr. Kirkland decided to help out. And besides, that way people can remember with pride we used to be rednecks.
That matters to you?
It should matter to every West Virginian.
Угу. Мы, значит, в Виргинии.
And why do you think it should matter so much?
How many West Virginians
Западный.
does it take to screw in a light bulb?
This doesn't sound like a history lesson.
You answer my question, I'll answer yours. So, how many West Virginians?
И сколько?
I don't know. How many?
3. 1 to replace a light bulb. 2 to complain about how the old one was better.
Смешно.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, just not the kind of funny you laugh at. So, you still want to hear the story?
Ну, расскажи.
I'm all ears.
This fella here, is a reminder of when coal miners stood together. You see, back 100 years ago, you'd be safer in the trenches than down in the mines. It didn't sit right with our boys. They demanded better conditions. Of course, the corporations, being what they are, refused and sent strike breakers.
The mine wars. Miners came out in force, Union men. Met the strike breakers over in Logan County.
That's right. 10,000 strong. And it all came to a head at Blair Mountain. The miners tied red bandanas around their necks for solidarity. Brotherhood. At least 100 men died in that battle. Blood spilled for what we have now.
It definitely makes for one hell of a story.
There's heroes everywhere. Heroes who died for what I have. So, I do my part. Feel I owe it to them.
I get it.
Вряд ли это
Anyway,
поможет нам в расследовании, но для глубины погружения в игру, конечно, такие диалоги приятны. Так, история горы Блэр.
Never forget, huh?
Мгм. Здесь
This is new. Donations. Now that's the basswood I remember.
Ник жертвовал деньги на шахту. Как интересно. Так, шахтера нельзя потрогать? Нельзя. Ну, значит, поговорим с
Losing
Джо.
his legs seemed like the end of him, but he bounced back. And he's a rock.
Джо — это отец Анны. Шахтер.
Joe.
Sam? You old bridge jumper, how you been? What's the calendar say?
2 years, Joe. It's been 2 years.
Too long. Heard you showed up yesterday. Boys give you trouble?
Ну, немного доставали.
Maybe a little. But don't worry. It's hard for me to blame them.
After the mine closed, well, it ain't easy to put food on the table. Don't let that weigh on you. No one else has lost their legs recently.
Так,
I noticed you weren't at the bar last night.
попробуем просто вежливо пообщаться.
Yeah, cripple takes it out of you. Normally, I'd be rotting away in my recliner, but I like to come out, see the decorations. Pay my respects to old Iron here. This town's been a mining town before I was born, and it'll be one after I die. It's good to get out and celebrate your roots every now and then.
I don't have the same perspective on Miners' Day that other people have.
No, I suppose you wouldn't.
Как вы?
So, how have you been holding up?
Terribly. But Anna keeps me young. How'd you ever let her get away?
You probably know better than me.
I heard all about it. Still, I always liked you. Straight shooters are a rare breed these days. I like a man that can look me in the eye and say what he means.
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
I wish. Just about the only guy I could talk hockey with.
Not football?
I want to talk football. I could just grab anybody on the street. Dennis actually enjoys a man sport. But no, I haven't seen him.
I have places I need to be, but it's good to see you.
Just promise you won't wait 2 years before saying boo again.
I'll do my best. Joe has no idea where Dennis went. Someone
Мгм. 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 Нашли памятную вещь Итана. Надо ее поюзать. Мгм. Мы узнаем, что когда Итан купил бар, он закатил вечеринку, был весь город, но не пришла сестра Итана. Так, окей.
Must have seen him after the fight.
Так, я думаю, в кафе мы пока не пойдем. Потому что там нас ждут. Пойдем походим пока здесь. Может быть, что-нибудь еще узнаем. Так, магазин. Аптека. Как в тебя зайти, аптека?
Yo, get out the way.
You move. I'm the one coming in.
Fuck you.
That's enough.
Kathy and Hugh were both at the wake.
Вот и поговорили.
I should talk to them.
Так, что тут у нас интересного?
Not
Коляска.
uncommon for miners to end up in those once they get black lungs.
Так, наша находка для шпиона. Может, она что знает?
Oh, Sam, you here to pick up something for your condition?
I have a condition.
Yeah, the one that makes you the way you're always so you. It's all right, of course. I won't tell anyone. I think I might actually have leaky gut. It's where your intestine starts to dissolve.
Why not ask the pharmacist?
And let him know I might have something like that? Ew, he's basically a stranger.
Look, have you seen Dennis?
I saw him yesterday. We exchanged pleasantries. At the wake? Oh, I saw you too. Given his condition yesterday, he might have come in here. You walloped him. Why not ask the pharmacist? I'll just check the internet when I get home. It'll tell me what to get.
It was nice talking to you, Tara.
Was it?
Так. Плакат про депрессию.
He looks like those doctors you see on commercials.
Ah, Samuel. Sorry about Richard. He's always a little on edge. I'm surprised to see you up and about after the night you had. Honestly. I was afraid you'd end up like your friend. You were quite inebriated.
Так. Интересно, что ответить. Ну, давай ответим так.
Honestly, I don't remember last night. You saw me blackout drunk. Not my finest hour.
I would say not, after your barroom brawl. I did my best to prevent you from following that other man outside. And I tried to get you to hand over your keys, but you would have none of it.
Sorry about that. The man I had a fight with, Dennis. Have you seen him today?
Seen him? No. No, can't say I have.
Thanks anyways.
That article you wrote, it's done this town a lot of good.
You really don't need to say things like that.
But it's true. The mine was a band-aid on a torn artery. Sometimes, doing what is unpopular is still the moral choice.
You probably believe that.
I'd offer you something for that hangover, but I find in some cases, time is the best medicine.
Это точно.
A pill pusher who doesn't want to push pills. That's a new one.
Everything is poison. All that matters is the dose. Now, you have a good one, young man. Was there anything else you needed, by the way?
I have to ask, why move here, of all places? You know,
Вроде бы
here,
хороший человек,
Basswood.
но какой-то
A
он
blink and you miss this town.
странный.
People move out of Basswood, not in.
The town I used to work in had 100 other pharmacies in it. Oh, you'd make sales. But you don't get to know anyone, ever. Plus, if I'm being honest, I always imagined I'd retire in a small mountain town. Samuel, I saw you talking to Walter. Can you ask him something from me?
Sure thing. What is it?
I knew I could count on you.
Такой
I was
Уолтер.
hoping the Basswood Jungle could run a
да,
piece about me. You see, some of the older folks see me as an outsider still.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'll try and remember to ask next time I talk to him.
I really appreciated the chat, but I'm afraid it's time I get back to work. Do come see me again.
Так, замечательно. Так, ну что, поговорим с Кэти?
Still here after all these years. She followed Nick to Basswood, but never liked it.
Зачем в аптеке продают рамочки для фотографий?
Hey, Kathy.
Yo, Sam. What can I do you for?
Насчет
So,
поминок.
the wake.
None of us were on our best behavior. Nick would have been happy you showed up, no matter how anything else went. I left early myself to go check on Joan. Did you have to say that fantasy about her father being murdered was real?
That's not what I
just want her to be a little girl, not a little Sam Higgs, sneaking around and getting into trouble. And now all she can talk about is how you're gonna prove that she's right. Sorry. I know it's not your fault, but I just don't... I don't know what to do with her. She's my daughter, and I feel like I'm losing her. I gotta go. If the boss sees me jawing instead of working, I'll get an earful.
No one in here was much help.
Ну, я особо и не спрашивал, поэтому ничего нового мне не
Hiking is an
сказали.
activity best done alone on a Sunday afternoon.
Так. Здесь у нас что?
Now, I can't just have you hanging around here all day like a ghost.
It's a free country.
Hey, don't give me that. People have been complaining, so don't let me see you here again.
You fascist.
What you just... I'm just doing my job. It's nothing personal.
Looks like you're not the only one who started off on the wrong foot today.
Sorry you had to see that. Some people you just can't reason with. Speaking of, you're still in town.
Кто это был?
That person you were talking to? Who's that?
A lost soul. Vagrancy isn't a crime, but loitering and trespassing are. I try to be understanding, polite, but it's hard when no one is polite back. People call you pig or fascist just for doing your job. Then they go and do things like deface the whole town. And I'm the asshole? It could get under your skin. Where's you at day after day? It grinds you down. It makes you feel like you've been lifting logs all day. Nah, sorry about that. I went off for a spell. Just remember, this town don't always respect the things you do.
Trust me, I know. You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Why are you looking for him?
I wanted to apologize for last night.
I'll just stay out of his way for a day or two. I heard you messed up Dennis pretty good last night. I'm not judging. His head's full of smoke. Takes a while to clear it out.
I don't want to keep you, officer. Have a good day.
Keep your nose clean.
Так, отлично. Анна напомнила, что мы договаривались встретиться. Так, тут ничего интересного нет. Граффити.
Didn't used to see this around. Surprised it hasn't been removed.
Дом? Чего? Ага. Продается дом. Еще граффити. Вряд ли это интересно. Что за баррикады? Угу. День шахтера, понятно. Так. Сюда нам не надо идти. Ну, пойдем тогда к Анне. Угу. Кафе. Официантка.
She pulls the look off a lot better than I could.
Hey, don't remember seeing you in town before.
Николь.
Passing by?
Прикольное у Николь ожерелье.
I was born in Basswood. I was raised in Basswood, though I left for a few years.
Wait, you managed to leave and still came back? You'd never see me again if I left.
Why don't you then?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna take my millions of dollars and make a run for it. I can barely get by, like everyone else here. Too poor to stay, too poor to leave.
Так, здесь ничего интересного. Реклама выставки. Что за реклама?
Somehow, I don't think the town's recent history will be included. It's fine with me.
История Басвуда. Так, местные сплетницы. Ну, пошли в кафе.
Now I've gone and made a bit of a mess. Oh, Sam, is that you? Dear, please, could you help an old doddering woman?
You are many things, but not doddering. Plotting, maybe.
Sam, you shouldn't say such things, even if they're true.
Так, настольная игра, карточная игра. Ну-ка посмотрим. Что тут у нас? Воспоминания.
Okay, Muley, for 2 points. What is the name of the pink pony on the animated cartoon show Prancers? The super cool one I was telling you about the other day? You know, my favorite?
Polly. Polly Pony?
No, that's her sister. She's totally different.
Then what is her name?
I'm not telling. What if the card comes up again?
You really like to win, huh, Bug?
All right, coffee for you and hot chocolate for the young... Is that a comic about monsters?
It's about Tardigrade Man. He can survive almost anything. His only weakness is his own emotions. He's based on the microscopic tardigrades. It has 8 legs and can survive star radiation.
Huh. Well, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing a young woman should be reading.
She says she's going to be an entomologist. What can you do?
I am going to be an entomologist. I'm going to study every bug, especially the crawlies. But tardigrade isn't a bug. It's a microanimal.
Well, good for you. Sounds like just what a young woman like you should be reading.
So, can we play this again tomorrow, maybe?
We can play as often as you want.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Pinky swear? If you break those, you go to hell.
I don't think you're supposed to be using that language.
You can't break this. No matter what.
You're real intense for a kid, you know that?
Видимо, это клятва на мизинчике.
I won't break the pinky swear, no matter what.
Thank you so much. You're always such a dear.
Say, Christina, have you...
Oh, Sam, it's been years. It really is so nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise, but...
I wanted to come to the funeral yesterday, but just thinking about it, oh dear.
Now, I know you want to interrupt her because I want to interrupt her. So eyes on me, buddy. Happy thoughts, deep breaths. Yeah, well, speaking of the...
Poor Joan, losing her father at such a young age. Ah, what a tragedy. I was trying to find one of those games she likes so much to cheer her up. Poor child only has Kathy now, and it's far from me to criticize or anything, but these last few months, Kathy hasn't been all there, if you know what I mean. Hopefully this tragedy will be a wake-up call for her to be more present. She should take a few weeks off to be with Joan. I know you would never refuse. Don't you agree?
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure if poor Kathy would only ask him for the time. Ah, but look at me. I talk and talk and talk, but you had something to say, didn't you?
Have you seen Dennis today?
Dennis? No, it's odd, actually. He usually stops in here Sunday mornings. Like how you and Nick used to come over from the paper with Anna every Friday. You three always seem so happy. Oh, but you, Sam, how have you been doing?
It's been, well, you know cruise control? I've been on cruise control.
You might miss it once it's gone. Life rarely lets you coast for long. You look well.
I've been better. Hungover this morning.
You know what's good for that? Coffee.
I know, Christina. Not right now. I gotta go.
Интересно, он водички попил?
Anna's here. I should talk to her.
Так, но прежде чем я поговорю с Анной, я хочу осмотреться. что тут у нас? Какая-то записка.
Glad to see Joan hasn't changed too much.
Про человека, тихоходку. Так. Уроки игры
I
на
need to.
гитаре.
Different priorities, I guess.
Брелок.
Cowboy must have lost his keys.
Бекон. Конкурс капкейк.
Christina, always bringing positivity.
Так, все, больше здесь ничего интересного нет. Ну, вроде бы нет. Окей. Так, книги, растения.
Good to see someone finally knows how to take care of a plant. It's basic, yet so many people manage to mess it up.
Так, какой-то человек сидит. Так, здесь у нас что? Печенье. Блин, я бы от кофе, честно говоря, не отказалась. Почему нельзя его выпить? Таблички.
Not very inspired.
Кофе.
That's a good one.
Да уж, пить, в общем-то, можно. Так, и здесь...
Well, that's not spelled right. Not even close.
Угу. Так, официант, ты мне что-нибудь скажешь?
Hey man, thought I knew everyone, but I don't know you.
I used to be a regular a few years ago.
Oh right, you're one of those who skipped town when the mine closed down.
You could say that, yes.
Town ain't changed much since then.
Все в кафе какие-то как на
Boring
подбор.
Basswood.
Хозяйка
I know most people hate
пухленькая,
that, but I
официанты мне
don't. It's quiet
пухленькие.
here. It's nice.
So quiet, there's no rush hour, I guess.
Right?
Так, окейушки. Так. О чем еще можно с Кристиной поговорить?
Christina is Basswood's resident godmother. She loves her small talk.
The cost. Right, so the overhead would
You seem
be-
real engrossed.
Oh, I'm sorry, hon. Just balancing the books. Or trying to.
Как ваш
How
бюджет?
you doing? You managed to keep the books balanced?
About as well balanced as a snake with 4 balls.
That sounds uncomfortable, at the very least.
Something my grandfather used to say. Still don't know what it means, but it works in almost any situation. Anyway, the past is the past. I just accepted a big business opportunity, which makes tidying up my books in time extra important, even if it kills me.
Так, франшиза.
I didn't think I'd see the day where you'd consider a franchise contract.
Ha! Only the day God calls for me. Have you met Hugh Kirkland already? The new pharmacist. He's helping me with a few improvements. Angel investing. Can you believe it?
I actually can't. What did he ask for in return?
Oh dear, I can't believe you're so cynical at your age. People in small towns do help each other. Every now and again. That's not just something that happens on made-for-TV movies.
You still have Basswood's best coffee?
Ah, honey, you know we never had
Все-таки
that.
странный этот
That's over at the
фильм.
police station. Bess takes her coffee very
поддерживает
seriously.
местный
Puts mine to
бизнес.
shame. She pays out of pocket for real high-end stuff. I'd never make the margins work. Not that my margins have been cutting it lately. It's just been a bit slow the last few years. All over town, really.
Sounds like the town's running through a pretty rough patch.
Things have just been a bit tough since the mine closed. But you know us, we always make it through. For example, I thought we'd never have another Miners' Day, but here we are.
Давно я
Feels
тут не
strange
был.
being back here. I don't think I've been in your cafe in a while.
Almost 2.5 years. Anna kept coming in, but you stopped.
You noticed that?
Уютненькое, кстати, местечко. Я в такой кофейне тоже бы залипала.
Broke my heart.
Sounds like you knew before I did.
Gotta have one eye on the
Тихо, народ
customer and
немного.
one eye on the books. Not that I really want to keep an eye on the books, mind you. Say, hun, would you mind if I finish this?
Oh yeah, of course. Good luck with your book balancing.
Mm-hmm.
Так, ладно. Глянем дневник. Угу. Так, Кристина, официант, официантка, Хью. Кстати, почему-то не у всех есть памятные вещи. Не знаю почему. Так, ладно, пошли общаться.
Betting there'll be a few more cups before she leaves. Some things never change.
С Анной.
Sam! Glad you came.
Of course. I said I would.
I can still be glad about it. So, I hear you got in a fight after I left the wake?
Я почти
I was
ничего не
so
помню.
wasted at that point, it's all just a big, heavy blur.
Yeah. After saying I didn't want to drink, I went home and drank. Long night.
Yeah, sounds about right. We all deal with stress in our own ways. I apparently hit Dennis. Yeah, speaking of, you haven't seen him today, have you?
Why? Afraid your powerful blows laid him up?
So, what are you working on?
I'm working on an article on how nature does its best to reclaim the land after a strip mining operation. Why are you looking for Dennis? I can tell something has you spooked. I can always tell.
Go on, tell her. You could honestly use a non-imaginary person to confide in. She might slow me down, or try to involve the cops. She might do those things, yes, or she might be someone who you can trust, who can help.
Ну, давай расскажем.
I woke up today and my shirt was covered in blood.
Blood? What happened?
I don't know. Last night, pills and alcohol mixed. It's all a blur. That's why I'm looking for Dennis.
Have you tried the Basswood Jungle? He likes to work weekends.
No, not yet. I'll do that right now.
Sam, is there anything I can do to help? Oh, nah. I'm just gonna do my own thing. Oh, Sam. What have you done?
Так, ну погнали в редакцию. Все-таки отражение. Здесь тоже огонь. Асфальт очень классный.
It's not worth it. No one works on a Sunday.
Так, центральный вход
no
нам
one except
недоступен.
me.
Угу. Значит, надо обойти. Чё встали-то здесь? Что не могу мимо них пройти. И не наводится.
At least the basswood jungle is still standing. Perfect toy for a kid who only had imaginary friends.
Так, то ли я что-то не сделала, то ли у нас баг. Ну, давай походим, потрогаем. Я вижу, что туда можно пройти, но как? Может быть, надо все пощупать. Может быть, я с кем-то не поговорила. Так, Уолтера мы еще не видели.
Seems Walter's got a lot on his mind. I know the feeling.
Samuel, Samuel, my young soul, are you still haunting this pallid town?
Осталось пара
There are a
дней.
few things I have to clear up, some last boxes to check.
Careful now. They say in the details lies the devil.
I don't think that's what that's supposed to mean.
Perhaps not, but something to think about nonetheless.
I'll keep that in mind.
You know, I'm glad I ran into you. If I may bend your ear for a moment. I've been thinking lately about age, life, the turn of the clock. No one gets sharper with age. When do you think it's time to hang up the saddle?
A true cowboy rides until the last day they can ride.
I had a feeling you'd say that. I have a lot to think about. Thank you for your ear, but soon I must abscond. Sunday lunch with Mother is sacred. Call on me anytime, young Samuel. Anytime. I've got a lot to think about, my boy. A lot to think about.
Ни в какую. Так, ладно. Что я еще могла не сделать? Может быть, еще раз подойти к Анне?
I imagine there's a lot more people looking for work nowadays.
Недоступно.
Seems Walter's got a lot on his mind. I know the feeling.
I've got a lot to think about, my boy. A lot to think about.
Да что ж такое-то? Что даже как-то зайти-то надо? Может, здесь можно как-то пройти? Нет. Что все такое медленное? Так, машина Денниса.
Never knew Dennis to be the commemorative type. What's he doing here?
В дневнике появилась запись. Мгм.
At least the basswood jungle is still standing. Still gotta check the basswood jungle. Hopefully Dennis is working today.
Так, бесшовный мир не такой уж и бесшовный, да? Ну окей. Угу, вход.
Locked. I should check the back.
My. Look what we got here. Showing your face in town again. I thought you were smarter than that. But I'm glad we ran into you. We have unfinished business after all.
Joel, look.
Careful. I don't want to have this conversation again. We clear?
Nice sucker punch.
Ну вот и пообщались.
Got some bite. Well now, seems you want a beating. I can oblige.
Declan's right down the street.
3 драки за 2 дня. Это рекорд, детка.
This is a small town. There's not enough room for you in it.
Так, ну, по крайней мере, проход освободили. Так, здесь закрыто. Здесь закрыто. Значит, нам сюда.
Been a while. This place used to be my home, or at least felt like it. Where is Dennis? He should be in here.
Так, ну давай осмотримся. Может, что-нибудь интересненькое найдем. Какие-нибудь бумажечки. Файлики. Нет, ничего интересного нет. А здесь что? Ничего интересного. Так, а здесь что? Ну, какой классный вид. Так, потрогать нельзя. Жалко. Так, здесь тоже ничего нельзя потрогать. Окей. Пойдем сюда. Так, а здесь что? И ничего. Прям как-то...
Dennis. Dennis.
Как-то все.
What happened? Who?
Не очень удачно для чувака, по-моему,
Is that
складывается.
how I got blood on me? Did I?
Так, очередная мини-игра у нас.
You can do this, Sam. When you focus, you can think through any problem.
Так, у нас вот здесь мелькает чувак, и нам нужно наводиться на него и выбирать определенную клавишу. ВАСД. Только это очень-очень сложно. Потому что непонятно, в каком месте он возникнет, и на него навестись очень сложно. S.
Don't give up, Sam. You almost have it.
Так, еще разочек надо. Где он? И не надо, нельзя, чтобы эти чуваки до нас не дошли. Я не успела. Или успела? Кажется, не успела. А, нет, успела.
This is Dennis's office. There must be some clues around. Sam, keep it together. You can solve this. Figure this out before Dennis dies again and the panic overwhelms you.
И на этом демка заканчивается на самом интересном месте. В общем, что могу сказать? Игра мне очень понравилась. Скорее всего, что я ее сниму полностью. То есть мы с вами увидим продолжение, чем закончилась история. Но пока не могу точно сказать, в какое время это будет, как быстро это будет. Потому что игра не бюджетная. И она все-таки немножко не экшен. То есть она тягомотная, она скучноватая местами. Не всем она может зайти. Но лично мне такие игры нравятся. Поэтому снимать будем. Но когда, пока затрудняюсь ответить. Спасибо, что посмотрели этот безумно длиннющий ролик. Надеюсь, вам игра тоже зашла. И демка была для вас также полезна и интересна. Спасибо за внимание. Всем покусечки.